Hey guys, it's Mauricio, and we're going to go ahead and talk about pullbacks. What are pullbacks and what exactly do they work for? So, pullbacks are really, really important, and the reason why is because this is what we're going to be expecting when we see the break of market structure, break of a consolidation, and so on. So, pretty much what a pullback is when we see the market, creating our higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, we're seeing the market creating a uptrend market structure. Now, when we see the market come, okay, and break this area, okay, which was our previous structure, the market is going to come back and retrace. As you guys can see, clearly this area right here was acting as a support, okay. Now, this area right here, as you guys can clearly see, is now acting as a resistance right over here, okay. So, when the market, okay, has changed our structure that has been acting from a support now into resistance, that is now considered as a pullback. And the reason why is because now we are expecting for the market to go to the downside. Okay, it has broken our previous structure, which our previous structure was this area that was acting as support and is now acting as a resistance. Okay, this is going to be a pullback when we see the market coming from the upside, turning into the market going to the downside and creating that pullback to continue on pushing lower and lower. Now, another example is going to be when we see the market creating its lower lows and lower highs, seeing the market going lower and lower and lower, we're going to be able to identify that the market breaks this area, okay, this area that was acting as resistance. As we can clearly see, the market has been acting as resistance in this area. And then we see the market come back down and test it, okay? By test it, I mean it has come back down and touched this area that previously was acting as a resistance is now acting as support. So as you guys can see, previously acting as a resistance is now acting as a support. And due to the fact that we have been seeing that the market was acting as a resistance previously until the area where it broke that previous resistance and then comes back down and acts as support, that's when we're going to be able to identify that the market has a potential upside now, okay? So pullbacks are very, very important because they're going to give you that extra confirmation. They're going to give you that security due to the fact that, okay, the market has changed its trend. The market has changed direction. So let's put it in perspective. If we see okay, let's say we're in the house and we break the ceiling, okay, we're not going to completely, launch all the way up. Okay, we're going to go up, we're going to come back down and bounce off, the previous ceiling that we broke is now going to be bounced off and act as a floor for it to then continue its way up, okay? Now, this is an example of the market going from down to up, okay, from down market structure to uptrend market structure. And on the previous one, I was able to show you guys the other direction from the uptrend market structure to downtrend market structure. Now, remember, these areas right here are going to be called our pullbacks, okay? And our pullbacks are very, very important to identify. And the reason why is because they're going to let us know when to potentially enter when the market shifts of direction. Okay, so with that said, I'll go ahead and talk to you guys a little bit more about market structure, uptrend market structure, downtrend market structure. So that way you guys can actually have a full understanding of what these movements are: up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, they all have a purpose. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and see you guys on the next session. Thank you for jumping on this one.